Very good. What are the various jobs available in this field?
In the pharmacy field?
Yes.
Okay, so it ranges anywhere from pharmacy technician, there's pharmacist, and then you can also go up to be a pharmacy manager, and then from there on there's various like corporate levels. As a pharmacist though, there's different kinds. So this one right here, since we're at Walgreens, it's considered a retail or community setting. There's pharmacists in a hospital, where they work within the hospital. There's nuclear pharmacy. There's people that do long-term care. So they work with like patients that are in assisted living facilities. So like the more elderly people. And then there's also mail order pharmacy. So they work in a facility that deals with the medications being mailed to your house. So like some people get prescriptions mailed to their house. So there's actually a whole bunch. And also like pharmaceutical too. We do research too. So like how you make the drugs, basically.
Okay, sorry. How is the economy affecting this industry?
How is the economy affecting the industry? So that's a hard question to answer. So it deals a lot with insurance. So like most people have insurance, and then like even now they're saying everyone has to have some kind of insurance. But so how it works is when someone has an insurance, we bill the insurance, and they pay however much their copay is, and then the insurance companies actually reimburse like us, like Walgreens. Okay, because we pay like so much money for the medication, but the patient only pays maybe a portion of that, and then there's also the insurance reimbursement. So on certain medications, you might actually lose money because the medication might be more expensive than what the insurance is giving us. There's certain medications that are the opposite, which we make money. What we're seeing now, since like maybe like 10 years ago, there is like a decline in the reimbursement rates. So every prescription.
Is that because of the economy, or is that?
I mean, yeah, because those companies, I guess, are struggling, so they're cutting back on what they're giving us. But I guess that's.
Sorry, I'm trying to find questions. Okay.
So because of that, you have to like find other ways like produce the same revenue from before.
What is the starting salary
for a pharmacist?
Yes.
Depends on what field you go into. It can start generally maybe like $90,000, depending on what field you're in, depending on where you work, and then it can go up from there. So in a community setting, it's probably a little bit more, probably closer to $110,000. And if you're working in like the country, like Lubbock or something, they might pay, or El Paso or something, they might pay you a little bit more.
Which field pays the highest?
It would probably be community. Yeah. And then hospitals maybe like a little bit less.
That's pretty cool. What do you find unique about this career field?
So what's special about being a pharmacist is you're not only like a healthcare professional, you also see the people every day. Anyone can come up to you and ask anytime, as long as we're open. But if you wanted to see your doctor or your nurse, you have to make an appointment first, and then you have to see them. So what's unique about being a pharmacist is that anybody can come ask you questions at any time. So you're basically, a lot of people think of pharmacists as the first people they go to see, before they go see their doctor or nurse.
So, is it more like personal of a job? Because that's kind of like when I'm picking a career, I want to do something in the medical field, but I kind of want to be able to interact with people.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people interaction, like all day long. People will call because
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to get a hold of their doctor to talk to their doctor,
Yeah.
but it's easier to get a hold of us. So a lot of times, a lot of people will think of pharmacists as the first people they talk to because we're more easily accessible to everybody. When their doctor's offices are closed, that's who they're going to be calling. And if you work at the same store or in the same place, after a while, you'll start to know the patients and you'll know what they want and what they're used to. And, you'll know what medications they're taking. So that way, I guess it does become more personal after a while.
What's your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part of the job is probably the people interaction because that's what I wanted to. That's why I chose to do this and not a hospital. Because if you're in a hospital, you don't really talk to the patients. You talk to more of the doctors and the nurses, but you don't talk to patients because they're in the rooms.
What unique qualities do you think that you have that allow you to do the job?
So to work here, you have to, have good personal skills. You have to be able to talk to people without making them angry at you.
That's true.
You have to be able to explain to them, about things because sometimes people do get upset. So a lot of communication skills. I think for me, maybe patience. I think I'm very patient. So you have to manage your technicians too at the same time as managing the pharmacy. So you have to have patience.
Yeah, I don't know how this works.
People, it's like any retail setting. Like if you worked at like a restaurant or like a clothing store, people will get angry with you for various things. But you just have to have the patience to explain to them what's going on.
What are some of the drawbacks?
The drawbacks?
Yes.
It's always time is a big one. So we always have like this much stuff to do and like this much time. So it's you do have to learn how to multitask. I always wish there was more time to do everything. But you just have to kind of go with it. A lot of people will say they want more help. Is the biggest thing. Because we do a lot throughout the day. Especially here because we don't close.
Oh,
we have 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the biggest thing is probably time and more help. I guess more people to help you. Staff wise.
If you had to go back and choose a different career path and choose a different way to do it, would you, or would you have done it the same way?
If I was gonna do the same thing, I would not change the way I did it. If I was gonna do a different career path, I'm not sure. This is what I chose. If I did a different career path, I guess thinking about it now, I'd probably choose like some kind of a business type job. Yeah, because now I've worked here, it's a lot more. I know a little bit more about like business stuff than before when I was younger. Yeah, that's thinking about it now.
Sorry, there's a follow-up question to that. Oh, okay. What sacrifices have you had to make to succeed, and would you say that these were worth it?
Well, in school I studied a lot, so I did spend a lot of time studying. In the summers I would work in like the pharmacy so I could get more experience. So I didn't really play all that much in school. And then even now I work a lot too. So it's I sacrifice a lot of my time here. Especially now it's like really busy. So we spend a lot of hours here. You have to come in. Sometimes you come in on your days off. So yeah, I do sacrifice a lot of my time. So it's time that I could spend like with friends and family. But I think it's, in the end, I think it's worth it. Because even if you help just one person, that's one person you did help.
Okay, I think that's that's it. Unless you have anything else you'd like to add.
Is this something that you wanted to do? You're thinking about doing?
Wait, what do you mean?
Pharmacy?
I'm not really sure. See, because I wanted to do pharmacy, but then I wasn't sure because of the amount of schooling. I don't know. How much more schooling is it than just like a normal?
So you do your
bachelor's?
regular college,
Mhm.
and then it's 4 years of pharmacy school. So,
Okay.
actually, there is certain schools. Not all schools require a degree from college, because what you can do, some people will just do the fast track. So they'll do enough to get their like the credits that they need to apply for pharmacy school. So that can take as little as 2 years
Oh.
of undergrad,
Mhm.
and then you can apply and go straight to pharmacy school. But my recommendation to you would be to either maybe get a job in a pharmacy, or you can ask to like volunteer in one or shadow a pharmacist. You can do any of those, like even in a hospital. So you could do one in like a smaller retail pharmacy. You can ask and volunteer in a hospital pharmacy, and then that way you can kind of see what it really is like, because then you can see what goes on inside.
Is that different than med school, pharmacy school? Or is that?
So medical school is going to take even longer, because medical school you have to finish your degree, your undergrad degree. Then it's 4 years of medical school, and then you have to do residency. So with pharmacy, residency is not required. You can. It's like you can do 1 or 2 years of residency, but in medical school it is required. So depending on what field you go into, some of them are only 3 years of residency, and then you can start your own practice or start working. But some of them require more, and then some people will actually go on to do fellowships.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's it does take a process for medical school. But now, like nowadays, so like a lot of people, like most people will go to college and finish college. A lot of people will do graduate school now too. So it's I wouldn't say it's that bad. I mean, you're at school, you can hang out with your friends all the time. So school is fun now that you think about it.
That's true.
Maybe not
in the
so
moment.
much now.
Yes. How difficult was it to apply to grad school?
For me, I don't think it was that difficult, because I started preparing for it when I was a freshman. Because you kind of have to start kind of early, because it does take some time. You have to make sure you get all your the required courses in. You do need like letters of recommendation, so you do need to have a good resume built up. So it's so it does take some time, and then there's the tests that you have to take to apply. So as long as you, work hard, you build your resume to show that you are interested and then that you're well-rounded, and you prepare for the test, like you get pretty good grades on those tests, and then maintain a good GPA. It shouldn't be that bad. There's a lot of pharmacy schools open and medical schools too now in Texas.
Yeah, Texas is really good. At the moment, I'm thinking of Baylor, but it's really expensive. So like
it's private school.
So I'd have to either like get a scholarship or not go there, probably. So that makes it less scary when we talk about it.
The application process is always kind of scary, but it's just like baby steps, and then eventually you'll get to what you want to do. So the best thing to do is, if you're trying to decide, is to just find places to volunteer. So I know like a lot of hospitals near here will have volunteer programs, so you can apply to be a volunteer, and through that you'll meet more different kinds of professionals. You'll meet nurses, you'll meet like doctors, you'll meet pharmacists, and you can kind of see what they do.
Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry to take time out of your work.
Oh no, it's okay. Sorry.